Verona is a beautiful city full of history that is rich in Roman antiquities and still contains elements that well represent its 2,000-year history. It sits at the foot of the Lesini Mountains, and the Adige River also runs through Verona in a loop shape. Also called Little Rome, Verona is known as one of the most romantic cities in Italy, partially due to Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet having been set in Verona. The city was founded by an ancient tribe and then became a Roman colony in 89 BC. The city represented an outstanding example of a military stronghold, which is evident today with many well-preserved monuments. The original Roman form is still evident in the existing street patterns, along with the city's historic fabric, which flourished under the rule of the Scaliger family in the 13th and 14th centuries. The family also rebuilt the city's walls during the Middle Ages and encased a much larger territory in the west and other larger areas on the east bank of the river. Verona's location at the junction of main roads between Italy and northern Europe made the colony rise in its significance. Verona's optimal location allowed for the city to become more prevalent in Italy, not only in regards to trade but also transportation. The city is the heart of rail and road connections from northern Italy to Central Europe. The core of the city is nestled in the Loop of the Adige, which has acted as a trade route in the past and contains one of the richest collections of Roman remains in northern Italy. The Verona Arena was built in 30 AD as a Roman amphitheater that was used for gladiatorial games to provide entertainment. As with many other Roman constructions, the arena suffered during the fall of the empire and was pillaged for masonry during the Middle Ages. Currently, the arena stands in an excellent state of preservation due to some restoration work, which allows it to be used today for a variety of performances, most notably the operas that are held there. The Verona Arena is one of the best preserved ancient buildings of its kind. It offers 44 levels of seating and accommodates up to 20,000 people, where the arena could hold up to 30,000 during its prime. It is the third largest of its time after the Colosseum in Rome and the Campaniana Amphitheater in Calpa. The historic center of Verona is still largely unchanged. There is still evidence of the grid structure that the city followed because of its parallel and perpendicular streets, with which the city was founded during the expansion of Rome. The ancient forum was located at the intersection of two main roads, which served as a fulcrum of the public, social, and economic life in the city. People met to discuss politics or shop at the market and Piazza Erbe, the public square. During the collapse of the Roman Empire, the piazza partially changed its shape from a square into a rhombus, but still continued to maintain its role in Verona. The spices market was located at the center of the square and is the namesake of the piazza. The piazza is surrounded by numerous palaces and monuments of various ages and styles, one being the fountain of Madonna Verona, which sits at the center of the square as an allegorical personification of the city. Located in the piazza is Verona's tallest building, Lamberti Tower. When at the top of the tower, all of Verona is visible from its height in a breathtaking view. The palazzo had an irregular shape and a large inner courtyard with a tower on each corner, the Lamberti being one of them. The tower was built in the Romanesque style with a characteristic of alternating ashlars of tufa and terracotta that can also be seen in the lower half of the tower. The construction of the upper half of the tower took place much later using bricks and with the belfry in white marble. The two bells inside the tower, the Rango and Madagnago, marked the public life of Verona. Rango marked the meetings of the city council and called the citizens to arms in case of attacks. Later, the Madagnaga was added to mark the beginning and end of the working day for artisans. The Lamberti Tower was not originally 84 meters tall, and it was only elevated to this height after lightning struck the top of the tower in 1403. The city of Verona has successfully preserved many of its significant monuments and looks to the future with an approach to innovation capacity from a holistic level, as well as in specific policy areas.